You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations.
Je m'attendais tellement pas.
Barely 2 words in, and you already look like you want me dead. Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? You're getting all worked up over nothing. You've changed. You're getting weak.
How can you say this is
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least, do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world.
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, eternity stretches things out over a long time. But take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now. He's just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then the more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce.
Hey, calm down! No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills his factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Coucou.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something.
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. Every side of me is the real me. People just... This is a human society. At the moment, anyway.
Ouais, moi non plus.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our back!
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knee? Well, maybe you should be worrying less about... Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of with their stronghold exposed. I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleague's behalf. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatu... Well, anyway, that's Songonomiya Kokomi. She really outdid herself this time.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her
C'est gentil,
being.
mais plus tard. Là, je suis concentré dans l'histoire.
Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the trap... And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him.
Pardon.
A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, but...
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little... The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since... And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake.
So this is your plan? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance?
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is... That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so...
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one... Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Ah bah.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling before one makes a plan. What is...
Don't know.
You must understand the situation you are facing. The Vision Hunt decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it know
je passe
full
correctement.
well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on... Yes, this is the strongest piece of evidence. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt...
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto its...
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some... Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large. Has, unfortunately...
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like the Tenryou commission has rebelled up...
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean, inciting a certain
Voilà,
someone
on
to
est bien là.
betray the Tenryou Commission. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun. I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today. She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Ah, tiens.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me to headquarters.
Affirmative.
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
All of you outside.
As you wish.
Allez, dégage.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty to the
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too?
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
Oh, it's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance.
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times, and remains absolute ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan. I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. At every level of the Tenryou Commission, especially from the head of the clan, Kujo Taka. He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun pales in comparison to his. How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, and so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, I will demand a formal apology for slandering the coup. He will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days. I look forward to it very much.
À mon avis, dans 3 jours, on va se préparer. Attendez. À mon avis, on va se préparer comme des porcs pendant les 3 jours. Et après, on va faire exprès, ouais, pardon, machin. Et du coup, elle m'emmène. Et c'est là que je vais l'affronter. C'est peut-être possible, hein?
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I could. As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble.
Okay, but what are we gonna do though?
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me.
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised. Rest assured I came here alone.
I knew you would keep your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to.
You're quite mistaken. I would never. So, where is your proof?
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone's keep.
Oh, You wouldn't believe what we had to...
Hand them to Sarah. She can examine them for herself.
What is this?
Oh la vache. Alors, les éclairs scintillants s'étendent sur Azuma. Ils imposent sur le chemin éternel de toute puissance Nekori, machin, jusqu'aux mers lointaines, répandant sur le long à travers de la territoire. Votre visiteur dévoué Kunshu Takayuki soumet humblement ce mémorable le soir. Voilà, bref, le degré de saisie et progression est sans encombre. Ô votre excellence, par votre grâce et votre puissance, les aposes et les abattus de l'art déserteur revenus, tout le peuple se plie à votre volonté et accueillez les aspersions et de la même jusque son cœur Izanuma est en paix grâce à votre pouvoir divin, votre excellence.
I see this document bears the official seal of the head of the Kujo clan. I don't understand. Not a single word about the resistance, Sangha. What about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line? Or the hardship endured by utter disregard for human life? Why would they want to hide it?
For the sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't...
So, the Tenryo Commission. They are deliberately...
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision Hunt decree?
This is a letter from the Tenryo Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret from the Shogun.
Well, the things you wanted to see but also wished not to see are here before. Surely, you aren't planning to turn a blind eye to them?
So everything I've ever held on to, it's all... How could they? This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Kujo-Sara seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryo rebellion is successfully underway. Yep.
Hold on, Traveler. There's something else we need to discuss.
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the omnipresent god, correct?
Yes.
You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that day. If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, take this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
The Omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought I'd put one aside for you. If you find yourself at your wit's end, take it out and see what happens. Maybe your prayers will be answered and all your problems. Or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows? Maybe I'll just end up appearing right...
Cut it out, Fox Lady! This isn't the time or...
I'm sorry. Well then, time for you to face my hopeless fool of a...
On va l'affronter. Oh. Je suis pas prêt pour ça, les amis. Ah, c'est la femme rouge, là. Elle. Ah, attendez, dans le trailer, elle était feu, je crois. Donc mes types glaces sont... Bah, c'est niet, quoi. Ah, putain. Attendez, changement de plan. Oh, merde, je peux pas... En vrai... Les Dres, fou. Bon, let's go, vas-y.
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken it for some kind of street market. Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What has she done to Kujo-Sara?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora.
Then I apologize, Almighty Shogun. I know, you can't get me out of your mind. But you really don't need to call my name. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me. Ah, so you came to expose my crimes in front of the Shogun? I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what...
She doesn't take us seriously at all!
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing about. They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for? In their tiny little lives? Almighty Shogun, do correct me if I'm wrong. That's ancient history. You certainly love to hold a grudge. The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing in all the world. These other mundane details you insist on mentioning, they're just necessary. You stop me?
Eh ouais, ma cocotte, on est équipé.
For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well. But I didn't have you down as... Before you go saying something you can't take back, remember that you're Inazuma's most wanted Charging into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me in front of the Shogun wasn't the brightest. I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us.
I challenge you
Clair, net, précis.
to a duel before the throne!
Proceed.
My, you're full of surprises today. So you've learned to make the law? I'll admit that I never expected to be in a
Ça, c'est mon perso.
situation where the two of us were on equal. You are aware that the loser must die.
Traveler!
Then I will deign to share this last dance with you. Till death do us part!
Oh là là là, je suis chaud.
A
Par contre, faut se
lesson on
concentrer.
harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
Terra Smash!
Ok. Je sais pas à quoi ça sert, mais je préfère les défaire. Ah, c'est les guéris, ok. Mais fais-moi la cocotte là. On va monter l'attaque, la défense on va monter.
Into the frozen void. You wait. Give up.
Your life is mine.
Detestable.
Hey! Nowhere to hide. My apologies. Kamisato art. Sumetsu!
Detestable.
Ok, là pour l'instant on est plutôt pas mal.
Whirling snow! Don't
Into
blink!
the frozen void. You've got some nerve laying your hands on me. Harbinger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence
Ouais,
and
j'aurais dû prendre un
tremble,
perso de feu.
traveler.
Bon, c'est pas grave.
You have reason to be afraid.
Apologies! I will not...
Ok. Ouais, on est passé de type feu à type Là, c'est notre paire de
Pale
manches.
flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering. In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated.
Ah ouais, c'est notre paire de manches. Là.
Quick!
Embrace your searing reckoning.
Terra smash!
Prends le temps, prends le temps.
What? Yeah!
Ah ouais, mais... C'est chaud.
Cut to the chase.
Donne-moi la fiole, donne-moi la fiole.
Who dares call me a witch? Embrace your searing reckoning.
Don't blink.
Voilà.
So strong, but how? I am a Snizhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me, swear. If you strike me, I will make sure... The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma... Stop! I order you! And you! Filthy rats! All of you!
You are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
The Raiden Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that, right? Oh, the air feels suffocating. It must be the Raiden Shogun's almightiness.
Je vous dis, je fais rien.
One strike from the Shogun and now Senora is gone! She got what she deserved, but Paimon still can't help but feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Huh? Traveler, you got a headache? Chin up! Let's get out of this place. Paimon feels... unsettled. Also, when the Shogun executed Senora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful. It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat.
Et on doit l'affronter. Eh bah putain, pas de merde.
So, to recap, Yaimiko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god. Oh, but we'll be like lambs to the slaughter, won't we? Oh, maybe we could...
Ah là, si on l'affronte là tout de suite, je sais pas si on va gagner. Hein. J'ai plus de bouffe, j'ai plus rien presque.
There's the sound of electro zapping in the air. can barely breathe. Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent. Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshikaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
So we meet again.
Mais je suis pas prêt du tout.
Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me? Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree. Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago. Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations, are they not? Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf. That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will, aren't you? So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity.
Mais je suis pas prêt du tout. Ah, nice.
Excessive yearning leads to inevitable
Allez,
destruction.
comme l'entraînement.
Strike dead.
Comme l'entraînement, comme l'entraînement.
Yeah.
C'est pas bon.
Terra Smash!
Ça commence bien. Ça commence bien, ça commence... Et j'ai plus... Ça va être chaud en vrai.
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close? Hmm?
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
I hope we can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Thunder.
Franchement, c'est beau.
All will be severed.
Submit!
Yeah! To dust!
This war, a fleeting shadow. Without...
Unthinkable!
Your verdict is decided.
To dust!
You've lost, eh?
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people, and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out. Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue? There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward? So are we to just abandon the notion of progress?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every Thunder Sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned. When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. Isn't that...
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply... exist. It is a hollow shell. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me?
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on end.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely, and yet for the sake of eternity, you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why not? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now,
I have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect, so it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again. Seeing you again is a change to eternity.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree. But, with regards to eternity, and the question of whether this nation should move forward...
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the... As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of Euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt decree abolished? Oh, gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know. So, maybe the reason Yaimiko is looking for us now is because she wants to
Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Franchement, magnifique combat. Hein. Depuis que j'ai commencé le jeu, celui-là c'est le plus beau. Rien à dire.
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of...
You literally told us to come meet you here!
I was just...
Seems like someone's in it.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most impressed. Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious.
It sure feels good to finally... They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something...
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly? The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
For once, Paimon just doesn't...
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me. And she no longer needs the power of the Gnosis. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a note. Well, so anyway... Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end. As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead, or... What would you like to know about?
Oula, trop de questions. On va faire la sœur après.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps she, as a god, is the only one privy to the knowledge of its origins. Still, there's one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
Mm-hmm.
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness.
Ugh, not the
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely... The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis. And the prototype puppet is now...
What the...
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny? I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon.
Morat's told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were two twin gods, Baal and...
Twin god...
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or Shadow Warrior. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not two, but one. They complemented each other. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was...
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Paimon feels like she understands A a lot better now.
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was... she was a gentle god.
Wow.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process. That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather...
Don't worry. We aren't looking to pick a fight.
I wish... As for your sister's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you. After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there on our journey so far.
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never-ending.
Bon, bah, on connaît notre prochaine étape.
But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. In Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed.
Knowledge is a reason?
Yes.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of... I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best. Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, traveler, keep it safe. Is that all you... There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world.
Who in their right...
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. Traveler, what is your... I see. But that is merely a small goal, based on what Your ambition should be something that transcends the world. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered. Continue on your journey, and make...
Eh, pas punaise. Ouais. On a fini là? On a fini. Quelle histoire!